And that lies. Oh, what's going on? Oh, Jesus! The big one's escaped! Okay, what's going on here, buddy? Let me go, or, okay, so a raider has now been capped. What incarnate? Hello?
Hello, but welcome back to the episode of Hostile Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having absolutely a fan-freaking-tastic day of the most amazing variety that only gets more fan-freaking-tastic from here on out. Today marks another day of the 2-year anniversary events that we got to dive into, and on top of that, ooh, piece of candy, we got a chopper, but we might need to go and visit. But on top of that, there is also, speaking of bosses, we actually got just the other day a peek at a new boss, and today, after some of this anniversary stuff, we're gonna be taking a peek at another new boss that has recently been revealed that I think you guys are absolutely going to love. But first things first, you know where my priorities lie, and that lies. Oh, what's going on? Oh, Jesus! The big one's escaped! Okay, what's going on here, buddy? Let me go, or, okay, so a raider has now been capped. What incarnate? Hello? No, opening the cages definitely wasn't a good idea. You don't say. Whose bright idea was this? Who did this? What are you about? Yeah, yeah. Why is there a raider in there? Can I, okay, whatever. Let's go in. Oh, dead guy. Okay, dealer. What is, care explaining what's going on here? The engineer needs some iron. Lucas needs some beer. And to scare zombies away and make it cozier, we need to have a fire burning. So we're not gonna talk about the escaped zombies. That's just not on the agenda. Totally gonna ignore that. Oh, I can't even go into the cage either. God, you freaking dinguses, man. All right, well, besides the massive mistakes that have appeared over here, here's the specialist. He needs some iron. We got 3 of that bad boy. Cha-ching. Let's cash that in. 1 of 3 quests. A dunzo. We also got to go ahead and light some of the campfires and sing our campfire songs. Our CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you think that you can sing it faster, then you're wrong, but it'll... Did I go that? Did I do that the right way? I don't know, but we're lighting some of these campfires. Just takes a little bit of wood and a little bit of torch. And finally, we gotta go and get some brewskis popping off to finish everything over here. Now, unfortunately, we are short on a couple of... Oh, practicing your bow aim over there. I see. What up, Lucas? Yeah, he needs a little bit of that booze. All right, Lucas. Well, I'd love to get that for you, but in order for me to get you that booze, I do need to go and collect myself a berry and also probably a little bit of wood. So why don't we head over to that chopper event and do exactly that? Then when we, holy tongue twister, Batman, come back, we should be ready and rearing to go with that. So for now, auf Wiedersehen to the camp and to the escaped bosses. At least the Blake Collar is still trapped, so that's good news because that's the new boss and I want to do some cool stuff with him. Let's go ahead and make our way over to the chopper event. There should probably, I feel like, be some berries and probably a couple of wood we could use as fuel over there, so we should be more than handy. We got to make a pit stop off at home as well to turn those berries into the tea. That's right, dude, I just totally forgot the name of it, man, because who makes berry tea besides this event? Why would you ever create such a thing? Like maybe if it tastes good, I get it, but your boy can't taste. Okay, we're just there's no taste bud meter, right? There's no taste bud satisfaction. But shenanigans aside, boom, this is that new boss that we were talking about that we got to go ahead and dive into today. In the under development section, we're having a terrifying guest. Meeting him drastically reduces your chances to survive. What should we call him? And what you guys are seeing right here is that sketch that was posted, and this is what appears to be some sort of a boss zombie similar in size and shape to the big one and the blind one, with a couple of key differences. Number one of his arms literally has what appears to be some sort of a mining or like freaking drill bit, like some kind of jackhammer, something going on. And if you cop a look at his head, you can see he has what appears to be a mining helmet on top of him as well. On top of that, some of those words that you guys are seeing are actually translated. I believe they are in Russian, so their translated version roughly translate to glowing bumps and boss miner with Berserker Mode, making this confirmed to be some sort of a boss miner that apparently can enter an enraged Berserker Mode status. And given this context and the roadmap and some of the things that we know are coming up on the roadmap, long story short, the next update we can expect does appear to be the underground basements update. And from some of the screenshots that we have seen of this update teased in prior Thursday development sections, these basement dungeons aren't just going to be underground like survivor shelters. They will also incorporate like tunnels, like abandoned mine type tunnels. Like it won't all just be like literally a bunker that a survivor was living in, but it appears like there might be some cavern portions to it as well. And that's likely where this fella is going to be encountered, because this is pretty much going to be the only underground location besides Bunker Alpha. But why would there be a miner down there unless it's like in Bunker Floor 5? Maybe those floors aren't finished or something, but just kind of given the getup that we are seeing this boss to have, given some of the looks that we have had into these basement dungeons, and also its placement on the roadmap and how closely it is, and like it's just a lot of things pointing towards this being a boss within those dungeons, especially since this is going to, I mean, given the fact, like the name of it, the dungeons, right? That just sounds like somewhere where a boss should be, and it appears that this might be that. And on top of that, there was also at some point talk about how the dungeons, these basements, are actually going to be randomly generated, and how sometimes maybe you'll find like an easier getup, and sometimes you will find a harder kind of like version of those dungeons with like more loot potentially, but also more danger. And that's where actually the quote that goes along with this kind of little image over here makes a lot of sense. Meeting him drastically reduces your chance to survive. I feel like that means is that there's only going to be a chance of encountering this fella in those basement dungeons, and if that does happen, you got to be prepared, because that basement dungeon just got significantly more dangerous. But that is what we got over here on this boss miner zombie that looks absolutely insane. Hopefully he drops some really cool loot. Hopefully, I mean, I wouldn't mind extracting that jackhammer from him and using that somehow. I think that that would be pretty cool. But definitely let me know what you guys think about this bad boy in that comment section down below. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts, how powerful you think he will be, what his attacks might be, what that Berserker mode might actually encompass, and how all of that jazz might end up working out. There's a lot of interesting stuff at play here. Maybe how you think he might work with the basement dungeons, if you think like I'm saying that he's gonna be, you know, something that only spawns on occasion, or maybe if he'll be at the end of every dungeon, and you know, the type of loot he drops, maybe if he's protecting some of the best loot within the game. Regardless, let me know what you guys think in that comment section down below regarding this fella, and a reminder that that comment is gonna put you 1/3 of the way into the Wiki Tribe Dollar at your Touch Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure to hit that like button, make sure subscribed, that'll enter you in on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single Last Day on Earth video when Saturday rolls around. We'll pick random video for the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be winner for the week, and we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell to stay up to date with every single video y'all can enter in on for that weekly giveaway, not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well that you should definitely give a look at. We've started checking out quite a few new ones that are looking super freaking dope, and excuse me while I get some of this easy EXP over there, and then I'll let these dudes go ahead and to finish the job. But yeah, there's some really awesome other games that we are checking out, some other ones that have just recently come out there looking super promising, not to mention Frostborn, which if you guys have not checked out, that is that game is freaking amazing, man. Please give that series a look. I think you guys will love it, especially as Last Day on Earth fans. I'm super excited to see what we can accomplish in that, and shotgun rain to your schmucks. Let's let these dudes continue putting in that work, and then ultimately we will kill these guys and you know, loot up their choppers and collect what we want out of here. So yeah, that notification bell is also gonna be a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information. As soon as that type of new info does come out, such as that which was shared today, we're gonna be spreading it to you guys eyes and ears absolutely ASAP, and making sure that we connect it to everything that there is already out there in terms of news, in terms of information about Last Day on Earth, not to mention stuff already in game. Pretty much just compiling everything we know to give us the clearest look at the future of Last Day on Earth. Ooh, not too shabby. What to expect within the future, what to expect within future updates, how things like this boss, for example, might come into play, where we could find them, such as connecting it with that roadmap, connecting it with the underground basement dungeons that are going to be added, making all these connections to make sure that we are as aware of the future as possible. And ooh, dude, we're getting some pretty solid loot over here, I'm not gonna lie. And of course, as soon as any type of new update does come out, we are diving absolutely headfirst into that and showcasing off every single little thing that it does have to offer. New locations, new enemies, new bosses, the basement dungeons. Like, we're going to be taking all of those to the max, doing absolutely every single little thing that we can with them and having a fan-freaking-tastic time throughout it all and making sure that you guys know what the updates contain. You know, make sure that you are ready for any new things that the updates do add, and just overall making sure that you're as prepared as possible for the newness leading up to the new updates, and of course when the new updates themselves come out, we can fully check out the new things that have been added in. So exciting times ahead. We're already in the midst of checking out this anniversary update every single day with the new stuff that it does add. And ooh, piece of candy. We got some pretty decent stuff up in there. Definitely want to not do that. I want to definitely grab that baseball bat. That is a full durability baseball bat. With some of the active skill mods we could deck that thing out with, that baseball bat is a very, very nice weapon. And why don't I go ahead, I'll leave the bauxite behind. I got plenty of aluminum, and my smelter is pretty much filled to the brim with steel and copper related items all the time. So that's gonna wrap it up for the chopper event. We do need to clear out a little bit of room, so I will say auf Wiedersehen to the baked beans. And we need to go and collect some of them berries. So we'll collect one and let that auto mode do the trick. But definitely some awesome stuff within the future of Last Day on Earth, and definitely some stuff that I cannot wait to dive into, and hopefully you guys cannot wait to dive into either. And we're definitely going to be having a fan-freaking-tastic time with all of that as soon as the times do come. And like I'm saying with some of the other series that we do have going on, Durango Wildlands, we're starting that series. Next episode should be out within the next couple of days for those of y'all that are wondering about that. We also have Frostborn, which we just started. There's some really other cool games coming out within the next couple of weeks. Now is a prime time to be a survival gamer, my fellow gamers, and there is some goody good goods coming along with it all. So make sure you stay tuned for the Last Day on Earth and all that other type of jazz as well. And I'll go ahead, put on those boots, recycle those military boots, why not, and make a little bit of room for that wood so we can use this to cook up that concoction that is going to be necessary. Let's start making our way back home, and let's go and get this berry tea that we need whipped on up. Let's dust those berries up in there, skippy doodle through one of those, and we got everything that we need. Let's make our way over to the fateful location and get to collecting some of the goods, because after this quest is knocked out, we do of course have our daily rewards from these anniversary events. And I like rewards when they're daily. That means we get new rewards every day, which means more rewards than just one-time rewards, which means I am happy camper. So let's continue being happy campers together and have fan-freaking-tastic time. Yes, yes, comrade. Glad we could come to common understanding. To the Partybus we go! Ooh, can I actually drive my chopper into here? I don't think I ever tried doing that. Let's see what this is all about. Yeah, yeet! Oh, I actually can! Well, ain't that cool? What'd that guy say? He said something about no opening? Oh, I think that was just the same thing he said last time, that opening it was not a good idea. I agree, dude. Don't know why you were trying to open the dang things. Don't mind me just having some fun in my chopper. Let's hop on off, make our way to the campfire, and add in that final ingredient that is necessary. Skip through that. We got the booze that we came for. Lucas, my friend, my comrade, I have little present for you. He looks like he's having fun time. Yeah, Lucas, my man, you keep on, you do your thing. Enjoy your time. Happy anniversary, buddy. Let's complete those daily quests. Take your reward from the box and come back tomorrow. And that reward is gonna be... It's okay. Could it be better? Could it be worse? I'll honestly leave that behind for the time being. And I'll come back for the rest of this. Just want to grab the most valuable stuff that we can. And there you guys have it. The anniversary event of today completed. Let's go ahead and make our way over to Bunker Alpha, because we also have this finger that we got from that military convoy just the other day. And a couple of these hard mode items that your boy kind of sort of forgot to put in. Still recovered, like I said, still a little bit sick over here, still recovering, getting back into the LDoE mindset, but it's all good. What's a Papa Star video without some derps in it? I think derps are my most iconic feature, and I take pride in that. Thank you very much. This goldfish memory does me no good. I don't know why I'm bragging about that. That sentence was supposed to take a better turn. There were no turns to take. I had to keep on going straight. And I can't even open this door. Oh my God, the dead zombie is protecting the doorway.
Dead zombie, what is you doing, Sonny Jimbo? I don't want your goddamn green ticket right now, brother. I just want to get into here. I want to toss that finger into there. We'll go and loot that up in just one moment. Let's go and turn on these hard mode items, see just how close we are to the next floppy disk, Mr. Specialist. Okay. We got a little bit to go. That's all good though. Listen, that's just the ladder we're climbing. At one point, we'll get to that top rung in no time. But all right, we got through the finger secret area. Let's see what the shelves over here have in store for us. No whammy, 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 no whammy. Not too shabby. Another copper ball for the collection. Aluminium plates. We got a nice little aluminium haul today in general. Might as well pick that up. Might as well pick up the camera. I'll go ahead, eat up a little bit of the food. And we can just go ahead and come back for the rest of that because I am more than happy with what we are rocking within our inventory. Let us go and see if maybe there are any events on the map that decided to appear. If not, though, I'm more than happy. We got to make a pit stop over to the green zone as well to continue making progress towards our very next raid. We are still kind of in recovery mode from our constant daily raids and also the quadruple raid we suffered from when we were on our little European trip. Yeah, that little quadruple raid that they decided to do on us to get revenge, that left our base in shatters. We got to work on rebuilding that. Ooh, there is that airdrop up to the north that we will definitely be heading up. But yeah, we got to work on that and obviously stockpiling a good amount of coins as well in addition to raiding materials, because once we do again begin the vicious raiding cycle, we need to hit 4 skulls ASAP, which is never a cheap thing to accomplish, because once you are at 4 skulls, you have the maximum chance of getting a revenge raid, and if you play your cards right, a revenge raid is pretty much a free raid at no cost to you, besides a couple of things that you utilize as bait. But all right, enough talk about that. Kowalski, I got some analysis for you. It has to do with Kalashnikov 47 bullets and your face, so hope you've been studying. Where you at, buddy? I'm looking for you. You can usually tell on the minimap, by the way, which one Sergeant Kowalski is. That is actually one of our quests that we have. Get out of here, Roman zombie. I don't care if I use my AK on you. I'm more than happy to kill some zombie brains. I'm here for one man, one lad, and one lad only. Sergeant Kowalski. And unfortunately, I am not seeing the Kowalski Sergeant. He may not have spawned into map today. And that's the thing that, again, I hate about the Raider quest version of Sergeant Kowalski and the other bosses. They're not guaranteed to spawn. You gotta hope that they spawn into the zone that you're exploring. And as you guys can see, that could lead to you exploring a lot of these zones before they finally, get out of here, fast biter, decide to appear. So, again, this one did not appear to have any of that at all. That's all good. We'll go ahead and I just wanted to make that quick pit stop for Sergeant Kowalski. I know that there's a couple of loot boxes that we could hit up, but for the sake of the video, I want to focus on the bigger ticket items, such as this airdrop right over here, where the rewards should be a little bit more substantial and guaranteed. And then maybe we'll make one more quick pit stop over to the Pine Forest as well and hopefully benefit from that. And then I'm thinking maybe we get a farmland adventure coming sometime soon as well, because we do have a couple of farmer things that we got to knock out. Ah! I hate toxic spitters! They always run at me as soon as I pop into the map, man. Come on! Can't even get off my dang motorcycle, brother. I'm not gonna let a man get off his motorcycle. Come on, brother, get out of here. Toxic spitters, you disappoint me, especially because they run at you from halfway across the flipping world. Like, I can't even see these guys on my minimap, and they're already freaking running me down like they've been smelling me for miles. I get it. My stank is iconic. I see no stank today. There is no red stank icon. This is propaganda, and I don't like it. I like that. I'll take it. I'm sorry, getting a little bit worked up here. Like I'm saying, I am very passionate about my hatred for toxic spitters because they are annoying, and as such, they must die. Also, the fact that I guess they are trying to kill us. I'm just trying to get a little bit of revenge. So, you know, I'm just doing my thing here. You know, just self-defense. 100p, self-defense. And let's go back to the pine bush and see if maybe this time around our luck's a bit better. Let's pop on in and let's see, could this be the zone that we have been oh so hoping for? I'm not seeing him yet, but there's still a lot of zone to explore. But yeah, I cannot wait to get back into the raiding, but we do really just need to like prepare, because like the raiding, like once it begins,
It's just a vicious cycle. We haven't had like a break from the raiding in quite a minute. Don't get me wrong. I love my daily raids, but it is good to just kind of have this little breather and actually be able to hopefully stockpile some resources, some tools that we are going to be needing for those raiding shenanigans once the 4-skull vicious raiding cycle does begin. All right, there's another vicious cycle that we gotta begin. Okay, also the mini Uzi is not the weapon that I should be using on these enemies, by the way, because it literally does the worst amount of damage possible. It does 13 damage. 3 bullets in, that's 39 damage. Literally not the weapon you want to be using. Not that you should even be using these guns in the first place on these fellers, but again, if you guys have not seen my base and some of our weapon stockpiles, we have a very nice and very large weapon stockpile that honestly continues to grow, usually more than the amount that we use it, because I mean we're always doing like the super efficient things, because things like the chopper event, always amazing for trying to get weapons in like a very cheap way of actually gaining and building up your weapon stockpile. Chopper events are like one of the go-tos by far, in addition to all the ticket crates that we have from all the raids we've done, all the green and yellow tickets that we have, some of the floppy disks that we got to go and hopefully get some more of those popping off soon. But long story short, we have a decent stockpile that is only getting deeper, so I do not mind dipping into the luxuries of ranged weaponry. I end up putting them to use every once in a while like this, although do not get me wrong, the finer, the more rare weapons such as shotguns, although you guys know me and my love of shotgun rain, but the finer and more rare weapons such as VSSs, scars, all that type of jazz, those are definitely more saved for special occasions, and even I can recognize that, all right? Some of those more rare weapons definitely gotta be savory with those. And again, no Sergeant Kowalski! Bruh! Like, I really hope that Kafir fixes this, man. Like, I don't think that you should have to go through a arbitrary amount of green zones just trying to find this guy, you know? Because like, there's like, with all of the other quests, it's a little bit more concrete. It's like, oh, you gotta go to the farm, kill this one guy. Oh, you gotta go to the farm, open up this chest. You know, it's not like there's a chance of that happening, like killing the blind one. Those are concrete things. You know where to go. You know that he will be there. This is one of the only quests like this, like killing someone like Sergeant Kowalski, killing like the Alpha Wolf. Is that a quest? I don't know. But killing some of those mini bosses in the zones, those are so much more arbitrary and like random and like just chance based. Whereas like a lot of these other quests, for example, are a lot more set. Craft up military armor. You don't need to craft up 10 sets of armor and hope one of them comes out right. You just craft the dang armor. Over here, Sergeant Kowalski. Like, you just gotta keep traveling and hope for the best. Like, this is one of, personally in my opinion, one of the worst raider quests that definitely does need a revamp. Over here, you open the chest. Like, it might be a bit harder, but at least it's concrete. You open a chest. You don't need to worry about losing the chest to another freaking dimension or a black hole. You just open the dang thing. Killing the Ravager. Pretty straightforward. You kill a Ravager. Disassemble 3 guns. You take apart 3 guns. This, I don't know, man. Mini rant over. I apologize, but this is just, it's something I've had an issue with for a while, and just like the fact that, I mean, it's been a couple of updates since the update that introduced these new raider quests, and it's still working like this. Like, Kafir, please, just have them just have them appear. Like, if you have this quest, if the game sees that you have a quest asking for Sergeant Kowalski, just let the dang person spawn in the green zone when you go there. Think that's fair? Yes? No? I think we can all agree on yes on that one. But all right, mini rant over, anniversary event done, and of course, awesome basement dungeon boss revealed, broken down. Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say about that bad boy as well. Cannot wait for that update to come. That is going to be a super cool update. And dude, once those basement dungeons do get added in, that might be our new go-to. Like, that might overtake the bunker as our new go-to, because again, the basement dungeons, the way they're gonna work is they're gonna be random. They're gonna be new every single time, not like the bunker where it's the same layout and you gotta go through it. No, these dungeons will have a randomly generated element to them, and that is so freaking exciting. Not to mention the new bosses, likely new enemies, types of loot we could get out of there might be even better than ever before. Super exciting times to come, super exciting stuff. And of course, we got some raid, and we gotta get back to lads and lassies. We are gearing up and preparing for that. No worries. But with that said, with that done, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for me for now. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. Have yourselves an awesome one, and I'll talk to you next one. See ya.